I'm pretty excited about today's video because it's gonna get us, oh, it's bright out here, because it's gonna get us one step closer to actually feeling like we belong on the drift track. So today on the Z, we're gonna be installing a GK Tech angle kit as well as a rack spacer, also from GK Tech. And these two mods together are going to give us extremely more steering angle. Fuck. There's a guy over there getting in his car, and I don't like recording in front of people because I got social anxiety. Yeah. He's finally leaving. Yay! And these two mods should give us much better steering angle, which in turn should help us control our drifts a lot better on the track. So as old TJ Hunt would say, Dalton, you know how to install a angle kit on a 350Z? Nope. Rack spacer maybe? Nope. But I'm still gonna do it, cause gotta learn somehow. Can't be that hard. Probably gonna regret saying that, honestly. But I've got my boy Moses coming over to help me, and he has done more of this kind of stuff than I have. He has a full Wisefab kit on his Z actually, which is super sick. I'm not on that kind of level, so we're sticking with the bolt-on angle kit. But anyway, he's coming over to help me out, and that should make the job a lot easier, but we'll see how it goes. Now, as you can see, I already got the car jacked up in the front, and I've got the front wheels off, ready to start messing with all the angle stuff. Now, right now, I'm just waiting for him to get over here so we can get started. So this is the angle kit from GK Tech. Now, I can't really... Now, I'm not really going to try to explain what all this stuff is because, honestly, I don't really know. But I know it goes on here, and I know it gives us more angle. So... yeah, and this is the rack spacer or spacers. This one will go on the driver's side, and this one will go on the passenger side, I believe. And this spacer by itself without the angle kit should actually give us about 10 to 15 degrees of angle, but with the angle kit, it's gonna give us much more. Now, I'm not exactly sure how much angle we're gonna gain from these mods, but yesterday I did film a before of kind of the angle from the stock Z with no modifications. So I'll play that clip so you can see what it looks like before, and then at the end of this video, I'll show you what it looks like after. So we're starting off with the driver's side. All we've done is remove these two bolts right here and this one bolt. Now we're gonna hammer this piece out so we can continue to work. So if you came to this video for a how-to, this probably isn't the best video for you because I really don't know what I'm doing, like I said earlier. However, I will show as much as I can. So I know to start out, you're gonna wanna remove these two bolts right here on the rear side of the wheel, and then you're gonna wanna remove the, I say bolts, the nuts, or no, these are bolts. See, don't even listen to me. And then you're gonna remove the nut that's holding this on, and then basically just take your hammer and hammer this out, and that is completely ripped. I need to replace my tie rods. And now that we have this out, I'm honestly not exactly sure what is next, so I'm gonna have to go figure out what the next step is, and I'll be right back. So I don't even know where I recorded last, but I'm just gonna go back over everything that we've done. So we've removed these two, I don't remember what they're called, I don't know. We removed these two bolts right here. The tie rod end, oh my gosh, it's so dark. We've removed these two bolts right here. The tie rod end was connected to this and then coming up through this hole right here. And then I removed the nut on top of this bolt, pulled the tie rod end out, unbolted the tie rod end, and it is now right here. It was sticking up through that. Removed the nut, undid it from there. And then there's a nut there was a nut on here that I removed. And now I don't know if you can see it. Now I'm trying to remove this entire rod back here. So that we can get the rack spacer in, and then basically we'll just bolt everything back up the way that it was, except throwing in the angle kit, and the rack spacer will be in there as well, and then we should have hella good angle. So I'm gonna go ahead and replace my tie rods because my ones that I have on are completely loose, and as you can see, this is how it's supposed to look. Not supposed to be wiggling at all. I'll try to get a clip and show you guys, but as well as the angle kit and the tie rod space or the rack spacers, we're going to be installing these new tie rods that my boy Moses had. So shouts to him. So I showed you what the new tie rod looks like. This is the old one. As you can see, it is complete garbage. So yeah, that's why we're replacing it. This is the new one. It's not supposed to move at all. And this one is just a complete goner. Like, yeah, that ain't good. That ain't good. So that's why we're replacing it. So as you can see, we got the new rack spacer in, and we got the new tie rod in. This is over here on the passenger side. So now we're gonna get ready and bolt up the new angle kit right here, and do the on the driver's side as well. And then we're going to have to recenter all of this stuff, and then we should be good. So I'm not even sure where I left off with filming, but we're getting close to being done. We had to call it a night yesterday because it was starting to get dark, but I'll show you guys what we got done so far. So this is the driver's side. We got it pretty much completely done over here. Actually, I think it is completely done. So the angle kit's all bolted up. This is part of the angle kit. The new tie rod's in, and then underneath this boot is where the one piece of the rack spacer is. So the only thing left to do on the driver's side is to adjust the toe to where we can get it good enough so that I can drive the car. Now over here on the passenger side, we did have the angle kit all bolted up and it was pretty much done, but we forgot to slip the boot on, so we had to unbolt it back off. So what we're gonna do next is just take off this Heim right here and then slip the dust boot back over it, and then put this back on, and then finish bolting up the angle kit. And then this side will also be completely done, besides adjusting the toe, like I said, on the other side. So really, we're pretty much done already. So once we bolt it all back up and adjust the toe, we're good to go, and I can put the wheels back on and drop the car and see how much angle I gained. So I know I probably missed a lot of recording, but we finally got everything bolted up on the Z and got the wheels back on, and all we gotta do now is drop it off the jack stands and go for a test drive and make sure everything's good. But before we do that, I want to show you guys just how much angle we gained from this Bolton GK Tech kit. Alright, so right about there is the stock angle when the car comes straight out of the factory, nothing added. That's about where it stops. The inner part of the tire comes about to the edge of the bumper. Now let's see how much we gained. And this is after the bolt-on angle kit and rack spacers from GK Tech. So no, it's not a crazy difference, but for only about $320, it's pretty insane. Like, this is cheap angle if you're just getting into drifting and you don't want to drop $2,000 on WiseFab. So really, I'm extremely happy with how it turned out. The process of installing it was kind of a pain. Really wouldn't want to do it again, but definitely worth it for the outcome. So really, I should go get an alignment after this, but I'm hoping to get coilovers soon, and I'm gonna have to get an alignment after those, so I'm gonna try to wait until then. I'm gonna give it a test drive, and if it's too bad, I'll go ahead and get an alignment, but hopefully I don't need to. We did have to adjust the toe ourselves, and we kind of just eyeballed it, so no, it's not gonna be perfect. We may be a little bit towed in or towed out, depending on what side and just how we did it, but we got it pretty close, and I think it'll work temporarily. And before I forget to show you guys, this is the angle when the wheels turned in. Hella good angle for just a bolt-on kit, if you ask me. So right now I'm just gonna go ahead and drop the car off the jack stands and take it for just a little drive around the parking lot and just see how the new angle kit feels. She just keeps going.
For real?
It feels like it wants to. I feel like it's gonna be easier to slide. I don't know, it feels smooth. What the fuck is that? It never did that. That sound?
Yeah. It's something to one there. It's something from the left side.
What's up, guys? So it has been like a week or so since I installed the angle kit. I'm not exactly sure, but I just completely forgot to film the outro and just the rest of what all we done to it, so that's what I'm doing now. So I'm not sure if I ever even showed you guys the final product, but I'll kind of show you what I can. It's gonna be hard with the wheels on, but I'm not gonna jack up the car and take the wheels off just for the end of this video, sorry. So you can kind of see the angle kit right here from the outside, but let me see if I can show you guys inside a little bit better. Alright, that's definitely better. So here's the angle kit. It's still kind of hard to see, but basically all it did is replace the tie rod end and extend the tie rod more than it was stock, and that is what gives you more angle. And then we also have the rack spacer, which is underneath that boot back there. Obviously can't show you that, and pretty sure I showed you guys what the rack spacer looked like previously. It's basically just like a little washer on this side, and then on the passenger side it's a little bit different, but that basically does the same thing. It extends the tie rod a little bit, and that in turn pushes the back of the wheel out more so that you can have more angle. So if I remember right, I filmed a little bit of the stock angle before we threw on the angle kit, and if I did, then I'll throw some of that footage here so you can kind of see the before and after. But this is what it looks like when it's turned in, and this is how it is when it's turned out. Now, it didn't gain a lot of angle, but for just $320 or so, it is a pretty decent difference for angle, and it makes the driving experience much nicer. And it does that by basically making the steering more sensitive, so it's a lot easier to turn, as well as also giving you more angle. So it's super nice to have. Now, if you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like. It helps my video out, and it helps it reach the algorithm more, and it helps it reach more people so that it can help me grow. I just had help a lot of times. If you guys aren't subscribed already, go ahead and do that, because I promise you, you don't want to miss out on this 350Z build. It's gonna be super cool. But with all that being said, y'all take it easy. I need to find something better than y'all take it easy. Like, I don't really like that. It sounds kind of corny or weird. It just doesn't sound good. Like, if y'all have something better, then drop in the comments, maybe. I don't know. I just need a better outro. So y'all let me know, because y'all take it easy is just kind of weird, and I just feel weird saying it every time. So yeah, go click on these videos, please. That'd be nice. They're pretty good videos. They're alright. Thanks.